What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. Today we're taking a look at an early deck list from Japan built around the Astral Radiance card Hisuian Lilligant VSTAR. So I have had requests to talk about Hisuian Lilligant VSTAR, and it also includes some other new Astral Radiance cards. So I think this is a deck that a lot of people will be interested in. We're going to take a look at this and kind of analyze the new cards and this kind of archetype. As soon as I shout out my sponsors, potownstore.com, the best place to get PTCGO codes, and also cardtroopergames.com, where you can pre-order Astral Radiance products and also early pre-orders on the Pokemon Go products that are coming out in the summer. Use code CELIO for 5% off at both of those websites. You can share your decks and view other people's decks over at PokemonCard.io. And also remember to subscribe to Beast Coast Pokemon, where I make collaborative content with my teammates over there, Aaron Cybertron Zhang, James Beck, and Chaotic Meatball. We actually just recorded a Pokemon Unite video with Spraggles. If you know Spraggles, he's one of the best Pokemon Unite players and most popular Pokemon Unite creators. So that was really fun. And also, my newest affiliation is with Dragon Shield. And so I have some affiliate links in the description below for Dragon Shield sleeves, which are my favorite sleeves. No sponsor needed. So I'm very happy to be working with them. Now, let's talk about Hisuian Lilligant VSTAR in the new Astral Radiance set. Of course, New Jersey Regionals this upcoming weekend, and then the weekend after is Vancouver Regionals. Those will be played with Brilliant Stars being the newest set, but Astral Radiance will be legal for the Wisconsin-Milwaukee Regionals and then also the North American International Championships. So Hisuian Lilligant VSTAR has 260 HP, Grass type, weak to fire. It has one attack, one ability. The attack is parallel spin for 100 for grass colorless. It does 130 damage, and you may return an energy from this Pokemon to your hand. If you do, it does 100 more. So 230 for kind of a drawback effect that's not necessarily even that much of a drawback. It could be synergistic to return those energies to your hand. And then if you have a choice belt, it's 260. Zigzagoon ping or quick shooting to bring it up to 270 or 280. I think the card hits really good numbers. And it also hits grass weakness, which is good into Hisuian Samurott V-Star and Darkrai V-Star. And it's weak to fire, which is probably one of the better weaknesses to have if you have to have a weakness at all. And then it has the ability Star Perfume. It's a V-Star power. You can pop once a game. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 5 in combination of grass Pokemon and grass energy cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So this works well with a lot of things. I've seen lists using the Flapple and Appleton Pokemon because you could just search out a lot of grass Pokemon. The Appleton or the Flapple that shuffles itself into your deck and puts 2 damage counters somewhere. I've seen that as an idea, but also you can get your grass energy to satisfy Gardenia's Vigor, which draws 2 cards, and then you can attach 2 grass energy to one of your benched Pokemon. And also the new Cricketune in this set. You can search that out as well. I did not mean to blow up the Hisuian Lilligant like that. I meant to search for Cricketune. There we go. The new Cricketune has the ability Overflowing Melody. The HP of each of your grass Pokemon, excluding Cricketune, is increased by 40. So that brings our Hisuian Lilligant V-Star friend up to 300 HP, and that could be 330 with a big charm. And something I'm really interested in is trying to build this to be kind of a pseudo tanking deck to take damage and then heal it, to take damage and heal it, with the Zarude V from Vivid Voltage, which is in the deck list that we're looking at today. So the Zarude V from Vivid Voltage has the attack for 2 grass energy. You do 100 damage, and you can attach up to 2 grass energy from your hand to your benched Pokemon, and each Pokemon you attached to are fully healed. So that could be really good and combined with the Hisuian Lilligant V-Star's attack that returns an energy to your hand. You can switch it out of there, accelerate it back with Zarude, and fully heal it. I think it sounds like a really great strategy. We'll just have to see how it actually works out in practice, but in theory, it sounds really great. So this deck is built with the Inteleon engine, 4-3 and 1-1 split of the Inteleons. Like I said, those quick shootings can help turn the 260s with a belt into 280. And a Zigzagoon could also potentially find its way in here to go up to 270 with the attacks. And then we have 4 of the new 4 of the new Gardenia card that accelerates our energy. And since we can accelerate 2 grass energy a turn with that, hyper potions might also be something that makes its way into Hisuian Lilligant decks, since we can attach for turn, and then on turn 2 attach and Gardenia and go up to 4 energy on the Hisuian Lilligant. Attack, do 230 or 260, bring it back to the hand, and then we could Gardenia all over again and have extra energy on the Hisuian Lilligant. So I think Hyper Potion could work out well here, as well as the Zarud V that can just fully heal it. Which, of course, like I said, it's nice that the Hisuian Lilligant returns those energy, 1 energy to your hand to do the extra damage, and then you could just reattach it next turn with the Zarud V. So some really cool stuff there that I want to try. This deck is also playing a 2/2 line of the Cricketune that gives your Hisuian Lilligant VSTAR plus 40 HP, and then with the big charm, that's 330 HP. So even if you're not healing them and you're just making your opponent go through 330 HP two prizers, that's great. That's awesome. We don't even have to heal it. The healing is there as an option, though. The other new card in this deck is going to be Roxanne, which says if your opponent has 3 or less prize cards, you both shuffle your hands into your deck. You draw 6 and your opponent draws 2. So it's kind of like an N. It's kind of like a Marnie, but better than both of them in some situations. Because if you are at, you could be at 1 prize left. All it says is that your opponent has to be at 3 or less prize cards. It doesn't matter what you're at. You're always drawing 6. So it's also similar to Ace Trainer in that way. Other than that, though, playing Training Court to get back energy sometimes, playing Path to the Peak to hurt decks that are, focused around abilities or really relying on abilities. I also think this deck could play Temple of Sinnoh, which is this new stadium card that says special energies only provide 1 colorless and have no other effect. I think that could be actually really good in this deck since we're just focused around basic energy. It does have the capture energies. Those could still stay for the early game, but they're not a necessity to the deck. So I do think Temple of Sinnoh is a proper shout to consider for this deck as well. And I'm sure there's other grass cards you can consider. Like I said, the Flapple and the Appleton, because you could just search out 5 grass Pokemon or a combination of 5 grass Pokemon and 5 grass energy. So having a bunch of different grass Pokemon techs could be cool. Like we already have the Zarud, and there's also the Zarud V from Brilliant Stars that does 240 for 3 energy if it's hitting into a V Pokemon. So that's pretty strong for a basic Pokemon. Um, and the Appletons for the extra damage, of course, I think is a good one. Actually, it's the Flapples for the extra damage. The Appletons have the coin flip catcher effect, which could also be kind of interesting as well, just because they're so easy to set up with the Lilligant V-Star's V-Star power. And that's our only V-Star power in this deck. Could even potentially play another V-Star power, Arceus V-Star, Leafeon V-Star, if you feel like you aren't always wanting to use the Lilligant V-Star's V-Star power. But yeah, so that's all we're going to be talking about for today with this Lilligant V-Star deck profile. I'm really excited to get to play with all these new V-Stars because most of them have some competitive viability, even if they all aren't, going to be the deck that everybody wants to beat or wants to play. I think they all have reasons to try them out and have fun with them and build decks around them, which is always what you want to see. Because, as even though I'm a competitive player, card games are nothing without their casual player base. Every competitive player was once a casual player. And as you guys see on my YouTube all the time, I'm constantly playing decks that maybe fall a little bit short of being consistent or strong enough or teched out enough or have the matchups to play to a competitive event, but I still have a lot of fun with them. So I think this set brings a nice healthy helping of that and has a lot of cool cards with some cool flavor to them. So excited to see what people are brewing with the new Astral Radiance set once it's out on PTCGO and PTCG Live. And I'll be very very intrigued to see what comes up at Wisconsin regionals and also NAIC. I'll be trying to brew up something good for those tournaments myself. So thank you guys for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.